How's it going, fresh traders? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Desmond Samuel. I'm back on your screen, and guys, it's been 2 weeks. I had to step away for a while to allow the market catch up and then decide on one clear direction. But for some reason, I just checked the charts and we're still stuck in a range across the major pairs, and I mean it's quite this is also I would say a lesson for majority of the traders out there, especially those who are actually interested in the business. You need to understand that the best approach to trading the financial market is a swing trading, approach, because this is the most realistic way to trade the market. I mean, you need to understand that you're dealing with real world currencies here. These are real economies. The British pound is not some made up token somewhere. These are actual national economies. You don't expect the market to move every day. I mean, it does move every day, but in terms of you making something realistic for the market and being on the safe side long term, it doesn't move every day, man. All right, so your best bet is always to stay on the sidelines, allow the market pick a direction. Once it does that, then you can come on board and then ride the wave. Basically, what you're doing as a swing trader is that you're riding the wave. You allow the market pick a direction. If it's gonna go up, it goes up. If it's gonna come down, it comes down. If it goes sideways, step aside. You get me? So that's exactly the whole concept. So I'll just dive to my chart real quick and then show you a few stuff. But before I do that, I want you to go ahead and click on that subscribe button. Also leave a like, because once you do, YouTube share this video to as many people as possible so that they can also benefit from it. All right, so let's get to the chart. Fine, now we have created a program that has been curated for people who are actually interested in taking their trading game to the next level. So no matter what level you're in, so even if you're a beginner, you're intermediate, or even you're an expert looking to do a few things here and there, so we have put together a set of actionable steps that you can go ahead and implement, whether you're looking to make $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $6,000 a month, $100,000 a month, whatever level you're on here. You simply take the system that we use and then apply it to your trading system. Now if you're entirely new and you don't even have a strategy on ground, this also covers every single thing. So it takes you from the beginner level all the way to the expert level, which I am on. All right, so there are no if buts or maybes. These are clear actionable steps that you can actually implement right away and tweak your trading. Now peradventure you're already making money, but you lack a system of consistency. This course also caters to that need as well. So currently we have a discount going on. So instead of getting to pay the actual price of $150, you get to pay $99.99, which is a huge chunk of the actual. So this right here is a deal that my team and I have actually gone ahead to put together for you. To do pound sterling, my first pair of interest. As you can see, this is the daily time frame, which has a more detailed picture of those guys. So let's see what the weekly time frame now. So the daily time frame is a lot more clearer, more detailed, and as you can see here, we did actually see a breakout of this range sometime, I think last 2 weeks ago, but then it failed to sustain. And this is exactly one thing that you need to actually take note of. Anytime you're in a range and you see the market break above or out of the range and then fails to continue, you most likely fall all the way back down inside the range. And if it does that, be careful, because 9 times out of 10 times it tends to move in the opposite direction entirely. And now as you can see, like, so we did actually pick above the range, and then we also fell back down inside the range. Not only did we do that, we went ahead to create a fresh supply level, and this was something I spoke about in our last video. I said, after this supply has been created, best believe the market most likely pull back there to that supply and then collapse, and that was exactly what happened. If you doubt, I can actually link the old video somewhere around here, so you can go check it out yourself. So I called this trade out last 2 weeks, and it has played out. We've actually smashed and exceeded TP. So where do we stand now? So you need to understand that if the market has created a supply level in the past, the market most likely respect that level in the future, depending on the time frame that this is taken into consideration. So now as you can see here, in the past, this level was quite a significant level in the market. The market came that tested it nicely twice and then collapsed. Now the market came back, fast forward into December or January 2026, we actually tested it and then reacted. Now we did actually break above but failed to sustain above there. Instead we came all the way back down in and then tested that level again, and the market is currently printing a daily bearish engulfing candlestick, which has roughly about 2 hours 56 minutes to actually close. All right, so now what this simply means is that what you're seeing here is a new trend formation. A new trend is actually in play here, because this is a high, this is a low, lower high, lower low, lower high here. So technically this is beginning to print the properties of a downtrend here. Then also, if you look closely, if you really pay attention to what the candlestick pattern is actually playing out here, you can see that this was also there was a minor trend line breakout retest happening around here, like so. So if you connect this very bottom from this bottom here, connect this second one, and then so this was ought to be So this was supposed to be a third touch of the trend line, but then it didn't actually materialize. Instead, what the market did was that it broke out of the trend line, then came out to test it, and then the following candlestick, which is the following day now, came out as a bearish engulfing candlestick. So this in itself is significant, yeah. So already you should know that this is pointing to the downside. So if you're going to take this trade, I would advise you have two take profit points. Yeah, the first one being 1.33396, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, then subsequently, if the market does breach that level, you see the pound sterling collapse all the way to 1.31463, like so. So how do you make entries on this kind of trade? It's very simple. Yeah, on 4-hour time frame. By the way, this is something that is actually proprietary to the mentorship program. I would advise you grab the program. It's literally next to nothing. Yeah, so now this is where you actually make your entries. Yeah, entry at the close of this candlestick. Yeah, stops has to be above structure. In that case, structure is above here. All right, so put your stops above this level. If you're going to take this trade, stops above this level, okay, and then ride this wave to the downside. So this is most likely going to be a 1:2 risk reward trade, which you're risking probably roughly 40 pips to catch. So now the goal of scaling down to the 4-hour time frame or lower time frame, as the case may be, in your case maybe a 1-hour time frame, in my case maybe a 4-hour time frame because I'm a swing trader, yeah, is that you really want to use the tightest possible stop loss to catch, you know, the entire move. Yeah, and now judging from this, from 1.34698 all the way to 1.31463, we got roughly 316 pips on this guy, if I'm not mistaken. So we got roughly 315 pips, all right, from 1.3469 then all the way to 1.31463, 316 or 317 pips. All right, so that is something decent. Yeah, that is something decent. At least the first trade of the year should be something significant. Yeah, actually second trade now, because this is the first one we hit target and exceeded target, so it's going to be the second trade now. And you need to also take into consideration the fact that we have a new trend formation here. So now long story short here, our first TP once you go short on this pound sterling should be ideally 1.3387. Then subsequently we should see this guy, if he does breach this level here, the market will most likely melt all the way to 1.31463, like so. All right, so those are the two levels. Now once you do hit your targets of 316 or 317 pips, what I would advise you do is take a breather and then step away from the market because of this external trend line here. This is a big boy time frame trend line. Yeah, this is on all the way from the weekly time frame now. So this is the daily time frame, but if you check the weekly time frame, it is a lot clearer there. This is it. Yeah, so you really want to be careful with this kind of trend line. Ideally, what I would advise you to do is once the market hits your take profits, take out the money and then step away. You know, give this market another week or two. Let's see how the market reacts around this trend line, because in this business, yeah, the third touch of the trend line always poses a significant threat to the entire move of the market. Yeah, it always has some exponential effect, and you can see in the past we had the first touch here, it actually sent the market up. Second touch, the effect was clear. Yeah, so this third touch always sometimes does the trick in the sense that it either makes or breaks the entire trend. Yeah, so now in this case, since we're actually still moving sideways, this third touch of the trend will most likely decide if we're actually going to, you know, collapse properly or reverse all the way to the upside. But before the market actually does that, whilst you're in this trade, you know, aiming for 316 pips here, I would advise once you hit your target, take out money and then, you know, go do some other stuff. Yeah, so that's that for the pound sterling. We got roughly 316 pips to go on this guy, like so. I have no iota of that whatsoever, that all things being equal, especially after the close of this weekly bearish engulfing candlestick, like so. You need to understand that after the market closes an engulfing candlestick, yeah, the next candle tends to come into at least half of the length of the entire length of the engulfing candlestick and then continue lower or higher as the case may be. So in that case, this was what happened here. We did actually fail to break above. Instead, we actually came into putting a new supply level and a lower high from here. Now this was a weekly bearish engulfing candlestick. The next candlestick that followed was at least up to half of the length of the bearish engulfing, and then it's starting to melt all the way to the downside. So this in itself should tell you something about false breakouts and then bearish and bullish engulfing candlestick. By the way, if you want to know more about this, check out the link in the pinned comment, like so. Grab the mentorship program, is just next to nothing. Yeah, cost literally $99. That's just that for the pound sterling. So let's see the euro dollar real quick. So you really want to be careful with stuff like this. Now, how in the world do you break out of a range Okay, now this was a tight squeeze. It took about, so this was from June 2025, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Literally, you spent roughly 7-8 months in here, okay, and then you break out of here with this kind of candlestick. No, that's not good enough. Yeah, so this also should be a lesson for you as a trader or as a prospective trader. You need to understand that anytime the market breaks out on a weekly time frame, it must close either bullish engulfing or bearish engulfing candlestick, and then the subsequent weeks will now decide what you do. You do not trade the breakout. Do not attempt to trade the breakout candle. If you're here to make money and make money realistically, in the long run, you have to be careful of this kind of things. And I said to you, I said, yo, last 2 weeks, let's see how this market closes, because you don't break out of a range like this and then give me a bearish pin bar afterwards and then expect me to trade you. I'm not going to trade you, because this in itself is a selling pressure. It shows that whatever happened here did not have in itself sufficient strength to hold the buying pressure. Instead, the sellers squeeze this guy all the way back down and then came out as a bearish pin bar. And look at the following candles that followed that week. Pin bar was bearish and pretty much sideways. This is exactly what you want to avoid as a trader. Yeah, allow the market break out properly on the weekly time frame and close as an engulfing candlestick. Then subsequent weeks to be pullbacks. Then that's when you enter and then ride the wave. Now look at how this guy looks on the lower time frame. The daily time frame is pretty much nasty sideways, nothing really clear. There's no clear direction here, it's just moving sideways. Yes, so the euro dollar in itself does not really have what I want. It's not giving me what I want, and for that reason I'll just step aside for now. The pound sterling has a clearer play to actually offer. Let's see the S&P 500 real quick. So now the indices also seem to be in their own range, and this is quite understandable. Listen, this market was ballistic all the way from April 2025 to this point. Of course, it deserves to take a break. Yeah, so the market is not a straight line. Is always in a wavy pattern. Now you should actually brace yourselves, because I can tell you from technical analysis and from experience that once this kind of range breaks out, it tends to move exponentially, either to the upside or downside. It's entirely up to the market. But if you do actually break out of the S&P to the downside, definitely the next level target will be 6,220 basis points without any iota of doubt. But if in the event that we do actually break out to the upside, then brace ourselves for potential 7,500 basis point target on the S&P 500. But for now, let's allow the S&P finish everything it has to do here. But I can tell you that this is beginning to look like he wants to come down. All right, he's giving that arc formation, but it's too early to say anything for now. Let's just give it maybe a month and then see what, because the S&P it takes a while, man. So let's just leave it for now. Nasdaq as well, similar stuff. Yeah, after such an impulsive drive, you would definitely expect the market to take a pause and then try and then catch its breath. So this is very, very normal. This is very, very technical. There's nothing wrong with the indices market. This is just technical analysis. Yeah. USD sideways movements. The pound yen. This is a weekly bearish engulfing candlestick. I can tell you this guy will most likely must to the downside. The pound yen just came off of a very significant level at 216. Not only did we come off of there, we came off with a bearish engulfing candlestick on the weekly time frame. Like I said, yeah, once the market wants to properly continue downwards, you most likely reverse and come into the midpoint of the entire length of the bearish engulfing candlestick and then continue lower. In that case, this is exactly what it is doing. So I will not exactly be surprised if in the next couple of weeks I see that the pound yen seems to actually melt all the way back down to 199.778. But that is for the market to decide. For now, let's just watch and see. All right, so now on to the DXY. So the DXY in itself is still where we actually left it last 2 weeks. Nothing really happening at the moment, but we did actually have a fake out here, and then continuation to the upside. So all things being equal, let's see if we still have that, because there was a trend line that was actually pausing, giving us a hard time one time. Let me see if I still got that guy somewhere. So 1, 2. Okay, so we're still trading outside of that trend line, so anything is possible For now, I would advise you to, like I said, you can take some money on the pound sterling. Then let's see how this develops in the next couple of weeks. All right, so in 2 or 3 weeks, let's see how the DSY reacts around this level like so. But I can tell you that if anything happens and then the DSY fails to continue lower and then it does break back above here, I can tell you that the DSY will most likely rally into, first of all, 104, and then subsequently continue all the way to 109. All right, so that's just about that for these markets like so. And there you have it, traders. Those are the pairs I'm actually looking at the moment. Across the major pairs, we'll see pretty much in a range, so nothing really much happening, but the pound sterling seems to be giving us something promising. Likewise the pound yen, but I'm pretty much on the pound dollar side. All right, so that seems to be a bit more comfortable for me, because I like to trade what I actually perceive to be the easiest pair here to maneuver, and that seems to be the pound sterling for me. Pound sterling versus the dollar here. Now pick one. If you really want to transform your trading game, I advise you check out the pin comment like so. It has the link to the mentorship program, and then also I'm available for one-on-one mentorship if you actually desire that as well. If you want hands-on mentorship, I'm here for you. All at your disposal from now till the end of the year. All you need to do is send me an email. The email is there also in the pin comment, and then get the mentorship program. It's literally next to nothing. All right, and then be sure to check out our Telegram community. It's free for all. You can come and see how we do stuff there. Come and see the trade calls and all that. What else am I forgetting? Happy new month in advance, and be sure to trade safe, apply proper risk management, and share this video to share this video to as many people as possible. Let them know that Desmond is back on YouTube and then it's time to make money. All right, for now, trade safe, and I'll catch you guys next time.